Whoa! Memphis, Tennessee, straight up this bitch. The Gunt. Big ups to MC Jarbo. Did someone say, wait a minute, Matt, no.
Oh, 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 oh. Merry Mamas. What a festive season it is. Oh, oh, oh. There I was waiting, making preparations for Chairman Mao's birthday. And this year he should be 129 come 26 December. There I was waiting, about to celebrate the birth of my Lord and Savior, Mao Zedong, Chairman Mao, and Ethan Ralph, our friend, a good friend, Ethan Ralph. He delivered, he gave all of these nice and wonderful presents. I thought he learned his lesson actually. I thought no Ralph November is the best thing to happen to us. I'm sorry, the best thing to happen to him, and the worst thing to happen to us. And so I'm so glad that we decided to name this month Destroy Ralph December. Destroy Ralph December. And we all know that the person who could take down Ralph, it's none other than Ralph himself, our friend Ethan Oliver Ralph. Well, if you don't know who Ethan Oliver Ralph is, just let it be known that he is an internet celebrity, very famous for hosting an online show, and even more famous, at least to, this so-called sector, for his online antics, ranging from, let's say, alcohol abuse, drug abuse, wanking off to underage girls who he had on as a guest. So much more, honestly. Spoiling good marriage, impregnating a teenager, while cheating on another person, wanting to have a threesome with a pregnant teenager, and what else? Getting into trouble with the said pregnant teenager's daughter. Get himself into car crashes earlier this year and deciding it is a good idea to take a selfie. This is Pajit behavior. This reminds me of what Pajits do when the airplane crashes. The entire place is wrecked, and those Pajits bobbing heads left and right took out a phone to film themselves. This is what Ethan Ralph reminds me of. He is turning into Pidgin, and yes, oh dear, why did he have to stick a finger up that pregnant teen's ass? It's really, really very strange. It's really Pidgin behavior. But there's some sign. I see some sort of promise. I was so happy. To be honest, when he learned that you're supposed to put dogs in the microwave and heat it up and then eat them. But no, he went back to Pajitry. You think the Jews are bad? I think the Pajits are worse. He actually married a Pajit, then divorced a Pajit, and then he decided to take a leaf out from a book and eat shit. It's just terrible. The amount of penetration, pun intended, the amount of infiltration those Pajits have on society, on your society, not mine. I'm doing my best to keep them out. It's very, very profound. But but never mind. He still delivers. Nonetheless. And this time, having decided that to have beef with a father-in-law, one father-in-law wasn't enough. I'm sorry, I'm so overwhelmed with joy. I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. One father-in-law wasn't enough. He had to feud with a second father-in-law. But the term father-in-law is not exactly right, is it? it's not exactly right. Because, because he hasn't even married his significant other. And so this really raised questions. Why did he agree to marry the Pajit, but refused to marry the pregnant teen that he knocked up? Why did he refuse to marry Pansame, his current significant other, and of whom her father, Ralph, is feuding with? It really raises eyebrows. And there are a few. Oh, can we go into speculation? Yes, can we go into speculation? Because in the GNN, in the Gunt network, evidence, so allegations are almost as good as evidence. And let's speculate why Ethan Ralph refused to marry Panson May. Oh, if he doesn't, well, in this sector, quote unquote, in this sector, when Ethan Ralph refuses to marry his significant other, we all know it is to claim single mother benefits. If Ethan Ralph decides to marry Panson May after all, then we know it is. Oh, wait, what did my boss Ken O'Shea say about this? If he doesn't marry, look, it's heads we win, tails we also win in this scenario. If he doesn't marry Panson May, we all know it's because he's trying to leech your benefits. If he does marry Panson May, oh dear, just imagine the thought of it just makes my stomach turn. Oh, imagine marrying her. Yes, but whatever, if he does marry Panson May, it was still an L for him. It is still an L for him. Because my boss Ken went. Let me see if I can pull it up. I know that this is the Gunt News Network. I do know that my boss Ken O'Shea covers a lot of stuff that's not covered in our streams. But let's go to reason as to why. As to why Ethan Ralph, can we find it, wants to marry Panson. Okay, can you see over here? GNN, Ethan Ralph, convicted sex offender, is marrying his horse, Amanda Morris, that's Panson May, who is a lolicon enthusiast. Ralph had never ever planned to marry Amanda Morris, Panson May, because he understands that he can collect government benefits. But now, why the change of heart all of a sudden? My boss provides this very plausible explanation that Amanda Morris will not be able to testify against him in court. That's the reason why he's decided to marry Panson May right now. Oh dear, can you see it? Oh, wait, sorry, can you see it? Oh, I'm so sorry. What a disaster, what an embarrassment. I've forgotten to show you what my boss, Ken O'Shea, has to say about this matter. Look, we are being unfair on purpose. In this way, well, we can cast Ethan Ralph in a bad light, and we can have more views. But all right, I don't care. Look, we need to make entertainment. We want views. We want to laugh at you. So Ethan Ralph, just take the L. If you marry her, it is because you don't want her to testify against you. If you don't marry her, it's because you want to collect benefits. So whatever you do, Ethan Ralph, whatever you do, well, we'll find ways to laugh at you. Poor thing. Such a poor thing, Ethan Ralph. We all know that he is always a victim. It is not as if he's in this situation because he doesn't know how to control his temper. I thought this isn't the first time you've dealt with your in-laws, Ethan Ralph. The thing is, even unmarried men like myself know that the in-laws, your wife's family, your significant other's family, they'll never like you. You're not the only one. I mean, it applies to almost every single man out there. The wife's family will not like you. the person will not like you. Well, doesn't matter. Not only applies to Ethan, Ralph. It applies to men in general. I'm repeating this for the second time. So I thought by now, you're now. How old are you? You're 37 right now. Don't you know? Don't you know that? Don't you know that the in-laws will forever shit on you? Doesn't matter the person. Why do you have to lose your temper on this very? You call it a sacred holiday. Yes, we celebrate Chairman Mao's birthday on 26th. You celebrate the birth of your king, Christ. Yes, Christ. You celebrate Christ's birthday on 25th. I mean, don't you think you ought to mark this occasion by learning how to control your temper? But no. I understand, Ralph. I understand why you had to do this. You have to give me views. I'm very surprised, honestly. I'm very surprised. When I advertise this on the farms, I have 10 people, 10 live viewers waiting for the stream. This is amazing. Usually, I have 10 times less. There's only one person waiting in the stream, and that's usually me. But I have to thank you, Ralph. I have to thank all of you. I have to thank all of you. Thank you, Ralph. Thank you so much for giving me this views. Thank you. Thank you. So I was wondering if you are okay. So if you've managed to listen to me ramble on and on and on, I just want you to know, if you didn't manage to understand what had happened, our friend Ethan Ralph, the subject of the show, decided to have a falling out with his father-in-law, as if the trouble with that pregnant teen's father wasn't enough. All over. Let's go. I'm not entirely sure why that dispute happened. So I think I'll just go through the farms or just list out a few points of speculation. But before that, let's read chat. I am reading chat right now. Okay, let's see. Zombie Jesus say, ho ho ho, ho ho ho, indeed, married Gunt, miss. I'm going to, who cares say ho, who cares also says, did you just down a bottle of body? Yes, my bottle is actually plain water. I'm not shaved yet, but since you ask, I bow down the bottle of vinaigrette that's plain water. It looks like plain water to me. Says Barbara Babusi. Who cares says EZ Mode. Delusions of Grandeur says the Kill Stream. Isn't that the show CCA Loafer spends thousands of dollars donating to? No, that's Avon Sharpsdale. Avon Sharpsdale. That's the person who donates thousands of dollars to the Kill Stream. Became a mod, and then decided and tried to start his own show, but it turns out that the views Avon Sharpsdale, the person donated thousands of dollars to Ethan Ralph. Well, he couldn't. Well, his numbers are almost as bad as GNN's. Dr. Roxo TRC says, this is sad. Why did India destroy China last time they fought? That's Dr. Roxo TRC saying over here. He is living in not destroy in China. I don't think India can destroy anything, actually. And get Kim O'Shea on. I'm not sure if he is willing to come on, but hopefully he'll come on one day. Well, I'm not sure. Okay, enough reading. Yes, enough reading the kind chats that you've sent over here. Yes, all $0 super chats. About this $0 super chats, I'll put them aside for now. I think let's continue. And I was about to talk about speculation. Speculation about, what do you call that? But why Ralph went into a temper. The story is not clear to me. I'm hoping that you, the audience, the watchers, the hate watchers, can just tell me why did that feud start. There are a few reasons why I thought it. There are a few reasons why that I've heard. The first one might be, okay, you can see the farms right now. The first one might be Ethan Ralph over here. It's a conversation between his significant other and a sister. And apparently her sister said that the in-laws that the Morris family, that's Francis May's family, the Morris family hates Ralph. And that apparently sent our friend Ethan Ralph to a drunken rage. And and then there's more speculation. There's more speculation that journalists, that police enforcement went up to the Morris's household. And what happened thereafter is, well, for some reason they thought it's a good idea, or they thought it was prudent to get rid of everything that Ethan Ralph sold in their house. Now, there are a few reasons why Ethan Ralph decided it's a good idea to put his belongings over in their in-laws' place. Some would say that, oh, it is to avoid them being doxxed, or as if, as if. No, it really amuses me. It just really amuses me. So it's okay for Ethan Ralph not to be doxxed, but a-okay to have your in-laws being doxxed. It just amuses me. But that's reason number one. They don't want to know about his residence. They don't want people to find out where he is living in Mexico. So that is why they use a fake address, which so happens to be the Morris's household. The second reason why Ethan Ralph decided to leave all the things in the Morris household, and what I believe to be the more plausible reason is, well, Ralph is lazy. Ralph's just lazy. He couldn't take Ralph's just lazy. He wants to leave everything. It might be too much of an effort to take his precious belongings, that precious belt that he once used for his IRL event, Ralphainlaws. He thinks it's way too much trouble to take it along with him to Mexico, and it's a much better idea to just leave his junk at his in-laws' house. But whatever the case is, for some reason, the Morris household, they decided to dump everything. I'm not so sure why. I'm hoping that chat will give me an answer. Some say it's because some journalists, some people, the Fed, they decided to knock on their door. And the Morris household, in a panic, decided to dump everything. Or maybe it's because they're doing some Christmas spring cleaning. I think that's the more likely reason. Yes, Christmas spring cleaning, that belt looked so shitty they thought it's trash, and they threw it away. And that sent Ralph spiraling to madness once more. But just imagine, just the timing is impeccable. The timing is all so impeccable. It's as if Chairman Mao, or maybe Jesus, whoever you believe to be divine, decided, well, we want to give everyone the final present, the final gift for this wonderful year that's 2022. By making sure that Ralph loses his mind. Just as about he was about to marry. Just as about he was about to head over to the Morris household to spend his Christmas. This happens. And I get extra views. I get 8 live views. That's 8 times more the viewership I get. So I have to say thank you. Thank you for this wonderful Christmas present. Now I'm about to read chat again. Chat, do you have the answer? Well, do you have the answers exactly as to why Ethan Ralph lost his mind? Let's see what happens. I just want to say that Ralph actually able to dunk a Ricata was the funniest thing this week. Yeah, yes, I know, but I was wondering if he was. That's a W. I admit that's a W, but I'm not sure. I am not sure if he's able to turn this L, the huge L over here, into W. It's just really strange. It's really pity, isn't it? If he was able to control his temper, if he was able to control his temper, he might be able to love a Ricata for going on gay orgies. He's going on gay orgies. I think that's even worse than trying to have a threesome with a pregnant teenager. But there you go. You're right. It's definitely something to laugh at Ricata for. A random live stream says change top chat to live chat. One moment. Oh dear, that's a mistake on my end. Just give me a moment. Okay, live chat. There we go. There we go, live chat. And one moment. And Karanu, our good friend Karanu says, Christorian X reporting for the Gunt News Network. Well, people think I'm Kinoche, but people think I'm Kinoche. People think I'm Christorian X. I have to say that, no, I'm representing my boss, Kinoche, right now. At this juncture, I'm certainly representing my boss, Kinoche, right now. So what else there to say? Okay, how about this? You have so many e-celebrities. You have so many e-celebrities. They decide to pretend that they got their news all by themselves. All by themselves. But they don't reference the farms. They're too cowardly to reference the farms. So as part of this e-celeb career that I'm trying to speed run right now, what I'm going to do, one moment. What I'm going to do is to credit the kiwi farms. I'm going to credit the kiwi farms. I'm going to just read the farms, which is what every e-celebrity, every person in the stinking commentary community who says that, oh, allegations cannot be presented as evidence, screw you. I'm going to credit the farms right now, and I'm going to read from this very wonderful thread. That's the Great Gunt Bounty Hunt Redux. So Streamyard, I am going to just read a few posts, a little bit of background. This thread, this wonderful thread that we have over here, this thread that we have over here, it is made to track Ethan Ralph down, because he did say, if you can see it, he did say, I told them before, but I ever find me. I wasn't joking, you weren't. That is Ralph, and I have to tell you this. That might be a dox over here. Oh wait, I tell you what, we in GNN, we wouldn't shy away. We wouldn't shy away from doing things that could get this thing flagged down. That's a dox apparently. I have to tell you this, once you see a dox, I have to tell you, please, if you are ever a victim of campaigns such as this, if someone decided to do a great Gunt bounty hunt on you, never ever mention the docs. Don't confirm the docs. But I think what Rob did is quite wise. Just say that it's fake. Smart way of doing this. But the problem with Ralph is, you can see his face reddening. You can see if the dogs were really fake, you would just laugh it off. But your face begins to redden, and you began to holler. It began to react. Well, I think that dogs is real. Well, I'm not going to read it out. You can read it out yourself. Silent read. You can silently read it out yourself. If you want to call in and read the dogs out loud, well, please, Streamyard. I have the link. It's in the video. You can call in via Streamyard, so you can call in through the call-in server. So just one moment. Let me see if I have any callers calling in. Touch wood. I'm hoping not. Good. 0 callers so far. Okay. So where were we? Yes. This the alleged docs is over here by Godo666. This Godo666 might be a member of the Morris family. Very angry that Ralph decided to lose his mind and go after with the members of the Morris household. So what happened exactly? What happened, I think, is the things that Ralph did to the Morris household. Oh, allegedly in retaliation, he doxed the Morris household, the place where one of them worked. Scummy stuff, but to be expected. Yes, very much to be expected. He insulted the daughter, and made rape threats. I'm not sure that he decided to wind back the decided to back off. And if you ask me, it's wise for him to back off. If I were about to marry into a family, if I were to interact with my in-laws, I would never ever say this. I would never ever do what Ralph did. But let's get through this. Let's get through this. Then maybe we'll jump over to the other thread, which is Ralph versus Harry Morris. Harry being Pansame's father. Okay, so what do we have here? Fresh new account. Drop these details. Gordo666 suspected to be someone from Morris household, and they say. Our friend Gordo666 says they are not living with Harry Morris. Mail was directed there so that they can be discreet about the current address and make purchases without dealing with import communications to Mexico. I believe what you like as always so. Well, I take it or leave it. Take it, leave it, as I say. Beautiful post. Just a beautiful post. For posterity, oh, hold on. I have to give him a winner. I have to give him a winner. It's not working. Or whatever. This post, I mean, if you have a Kiwi's Farms account, can you please give... Oh, it's a bit difficult. Can you please give this post, 280, a winner? Let me see if I can just make adjustments to this. One moment. Please give this absolute Kang... Oh dear. Please give Shash SHUSH a winner. It must have been so difficult to fish this tweet out. Okay, let's see what else do we have here. Let's move on page 15. Well, I'm hoping that the site doesn't break down. Oh dear, the site wasn't in good condition yesterday. Okay, let's play this. How about this? Let's play this.
Do you hear me? Do you hear me? You will never.
So, why is it buffering? Never mind. Hold on. And then to celebrate this occasion, I believe I have this fat gay tuber song playing in the background. Just a silent. I'll make it silent a little. Let's see what Ralph has to say over here.
Listen to me. I want you to look into my eyes, and you will never find my location just then. You won't ever find me.
Well, I think you get the gist of it. You'll never find me. I'm quite sure that he is not in Merida, UIUC, Mexico. That's not where he is, ladies and gentlemen. Shit! That's not where it is. Damn Godwinson, that's not where he is. Watchers and hate watchers. That's not where he is. It's not in Merida, UIUC. We'll never find him. Let's take it to be the gospel truth. Ralph, win, you won. Ralph, you won. Yes, that's W. We didn't find you. You're not in Merida, Yucatan, Mexico. And so hold on, let's see what they have over here. Just a shout out. I would like to shout out to everyone who's posting. And never mind, this is what I'm doing right now. I'm going to go to the Key Farms chat. I'd like to say it to everyone. I'm going to do a shout out to everyone posting in that gun hunt redux thread. Right? This is how I credit the farms. This is how I show my love to the farms. I'm going to give everyone the shout out right now. JKL number 2 says, "We found you." Could I have said it better myself? But just take another win. Take another W. I'm handing out medals left and right. Right now at the Kiwi Farms. This is a beautiful occasion. You call it the festival of caring and sharing. I'm doing just that. I'm giving out medals right now. Ghost Government's Past says Ralph just referenced Harry posting here, saying he was trying to dox him and his family. Where I'm not so sure, but please, I have to remind every one of you, if someone is doing gay ops against you, don't ever, please, honest to God, don't ever do that. Don't ever confirm your docs in that sort of manner. I mean, okay, I'm going to give a shout out to everyone. Is it more clearer? Oh no. Can you see the name? Oh no. Is it clearer? Ah, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. You guess. Please take a good guess about who is posting right now. But Ghost of Government's Past said that Harry referenced Harry posting here. Don't do that. Right? If I were Ralph, don't do that. The only thing it serves is to confirm the docs. If it was a fake docs, you couldn't be angry. You couldn't be seething over it. Tiger Jack, TIGERJACK says, so that makes it roughly 6 months before Ralph got doxed again. Well, you need to check the date, the original date of the first Gunt hunt. It ended up nowhere because, well, it turns out that Ralph was just staying at someone else's place temporarily, and makes no sense. Took out the fun. I would say it took out the fun. There's no need to embark on this anymore since we already knew his location. So the first thread died out. Then the next gun hunt, which started this current thread. This current thread was started because Ralph moved to Mexico, and the signs were all there. And signs were all there, if you ask me. People thought that he's still over in the US of A, but there's no way. There's no way grass grows like that over America. It's just simply no way. But Tuesday, BRTZZI says, apologies if this was known, but I think there's confirmation that Ralph or his truck was in the vicinity of Maystat in July. Okay, I don't think it's relevant right now. I'm not sure. There has been some speculation on whether Ralph drove his truck all the way to Mexico. No, the problem is, if Ralph were able to drive his truck, if he were able to drive his truck all the way to Mexico, this means that he needed to have some sort of permit in order to bring in a foreign vehicle. You need a permit to bring a foreign vehicle into Mexico. And this means that Ralph would actually have to own the vehicle, not rent the vehicle. I'm still not sure. I'm still not sure. Do you see Ralph? I cannot imagine Ralph driving through Mexico. So most likely, I wouldn't be surprised if the Gunt mobile was still at the Morris's household. So yes, I'm going to disagree with an automatic clown over here. Yes, I think he might be renting. I don't think it is his property. I'm going to disagree with Jenny, Kiwi Farms Jenny, Autistic Right. Might be rented after all. He might have if I were him, I would leave the truck over at Amanda Morris's place. Because that's just me. I agree with Ancient Phosphor, so okay. Ancient Phosphor, I'm giving you an agree. He's most likely left. I'm more of the opinion that left his automobile in America and decided it's much better. It makes much more financial sense for him to do the renting instead in Mexico, where things are cheaper. That's the wisest thing to do. But then again, this is Ralphainlaws logic you're talking over here. But that's what I'll do about him. Pelican Bones says, in a move that surprises absolutely no one, Ralph's doxing is the direct consequence of his own actions. Chef's kiss. Yes, Ralph, you do look like 5'1" to me. And I have to say his residence at Richmond, Virginia. The reason why he got doxed, I think how many times? I think that's the third time that I know. The first time he got doxed, I think it's because he was on the wrong side of Zoom or some other person. I'm not sure. That was during the Gamergate days, which is almost 10 years. We are almost 10 years away from Gamergate. I can't believe how time flies. I can't believe that people are still trying to gain traction by talking about their involvement in Gamergate. But, well, take it from me, or maybe chat can correct me, that he first got doxed during his Gamergate days. That's the first time. His mother's place, actually. His mother's place. The second time he got doxed, yes, it was Second time was got doxxed was when he started hooking up with his pregnant ex-girlfriend, and so on and so forth. When he made the move, I believe when he made the move, or maybe soon after he made the move, he fell out with his ex-girlfriend's family, or something like that. I really need people to correct me on this, but I believe his former ex-girlfriend's involved. They decided, or people decided, to look up the locales, the places where Ralph could be staying, could be renting out, and there we go. There we go. The second place got doxed, right? I believe if he hadn't fooled around, with Faith Vickers, his former girlfriend, he couldn't have, he wouldn't be doxed. And now round three, the third time he was doxed because he decided to piss off his in-laws yet again. Yet again. So it's beautiful. I love this present. Melania Minkoff, Mirna Minkoff says the in-laws managed to run him out of the country. Or I mean, well, this is long confirmed. I mean, there are people saying, "Oh no, he didn't leave the country. He couldn't survive up the country." I have to tell you this, Grass. You keep on telling me, chat. You keep on telling me to touch grass. You keep on telling me to touch grass. I say, shame on you. You should touch more grass. That way you could know that the grass growing out from his backyard, cannot be in any way found in temperate regions of America. Okay, so I'm going to skip all of this. I'm going to skip all of this. The location is new. Ah, yes. And if you want to know who Harry Morris is, I was wondering if you can see it clearly. Ah, here it is. If you want to know who Harry Morris is, it is Matthew Vickers, #2. He is the new father-in-law Ralph thought is wise to have a feud with. I mean, you can have a feud with me. You can have a feud with any one of your former audience, people who are not related to you. But just imagine feuding with your father-in-law, making it difficult for your significant other. Just making it difficult for your significant other, forcing you to choose. I mean, if I were your significant other, I would dump you, actually. I would dump you. I feel like saying I would try to mediate things. If I were Pencil May, if I were a kinder person, I would say, and if I were Pencil May, I would say I would try to mitigate the fallout. I would try to calm things down so that everyone have a very nice Christmas. But I'm a nasty person. I'm a very unkind person. That's why I backstab Ethan Ralph. I have no loyalty, you see. I would say that if I'm Pencil May, if I'm Amanda Morris, I would say just dump it. Just dump Ethan Ralph and go and run back to family. Run back to Papa. Right? I mean, it's quite logical. Harry Morris. The Morris household has proven quite, I would say, they're quite competent. The other time, they managed to buy things for her newborn daughter. But they managed to buy things, gave her good advice on how to rear her daughter. I'm quite sure they sent over baby formula. Ralph, I don't know how Ralph can actually rear a child. Being several hours in front of the computer every single day. Well, you also can say that I'm in front of my computer for several hours a day, but at least I don't have a family. And look, and if you think that having a family is a W, oh Ralph, I thought you have learned. You thought you could decide to spread your genes. You thought it's a good idea after divorcing your first wife. Suddenly you thought it's a good idea to impregnate women, because that is somehow a win. You think that this will make you look better compared to other detractors. But after looking at you, I think it's a win, to be honest, to be single. I think it's a win, to be honest, to be more deliberate, to actually deliberate over who your significant other could be. Oh Ralph. Please, you're doing Chairman Mao's work. You're doing Jesus' work. I learned so much from you. I really learned so much from you. And we've seemed to have overlooked. Oh, there we go. Another docs. I'm not sure. There we go. Another docs. That's how we do things on the Cat News Network. We do things to try to get the entire thing taken down. So that's one. I think the thing is blocked out is 981. It looks like a 981 to me. Some Kiwis say it's 881. Or maybe it's a 5, but this looks like it looks 981 to me. So this is Rob's phone number. I expected him to use a Google number, but well, when he's going on his rants, but oh, that's just me. But oh, that's Rob for you. And here, voicemail. Hey, this is Ethan Rouse, and I know your ex-husband covered up, blah blah, fiance, and if anything happens to that bell, ring, isn't it? Bell. I'm going to make sure that's worldwide news. So you might want to figure out what's going on with that. If you don't care, then it's terrible. It's terrible. And I thought Ralph was bad when Ralph was talking. I thought it's bad. It's bad that he slurs his words when he's talking. But this is unintelligible. It reminds me of a drunk Australian. Australians, I hate you Australians. Reminds me of a drunk Australian when he was high on LSD. When he's high on LSD, he would even, it sounds high as hell. He would even, the way he types, for some reason, it's one thing to talk. It's one thing to talk and slur your words, but when he types, he decides to slur his words as well for some reason. I have no idea why. And this one again, when I see Rob doing this voicemail, what are we talking about, Ethan Rouse? What are you talking about? And whatever, I'm going to assume that our friend Ethan Ralph is threatening Harry Morris here. Oh, I need to take a drink. Got plenty of things to go through. So, Gunt started doing migration work in Mexico on October 28th. October 28th. I decided to share this with a Mexican friend or a friend who understands Spanish. And then they accused me of trying to dox Ethan Ralph. Oh, okay, it's a dox. I'm very happy. I'm very forthcoming about what I'm doing over here. I've shown his address. It's at the top. It's at the top. I'm asking Ethan Ralph whether it's a fake or not. All right, I've shown the address. I've also shown a phone number, and I say with certainty it's 981. I'm a very evil person. I go on doxing people. But whatever. He decided to post. Just one moment. Let's see if it works. Oh no. Is it here? Okay. There it is. Can you see? Yes, chat. You can see it clearly, isn't it? If anyone understands Mexican, please let me know. They accuse me of trying to dox him. But yes, it's Harry Morris. It's most likely the Morris household that dropped all of these. If you can understand Spanish, please let me know. I'm going. Primer apellido, segundo apellido. I'm not going to give you a Spanish lesson. No, apellido. I'm not going to tell you the apellido means name. I'm not going to say the fecha means date. I'm not going to tell you that nacimiento means a birth. I'm not going to tell you that nacionalidad, however, nacionalidad means nationality. I'm not going to tell you the entidad de nacimiento means place of birth, most likely. I'm not going to tell you that documento migratorio, however you pronounce it, means a migrant document. So this is not a Spanish lesson. Just take it as granted. Take it for granted. Just take it for granted that, wow, that this is the information. Now let's move on. Gunt moved to a place. Mama Binkoff says Gunt moved to a place. Ralph moved to a place intended for his deceased mother. Indeed, I've spoken to a few Mexican correspondents, and they tell me, I've talked to a few Mexican respondents, and they tell me that Yucatan is a wonderful place for retirees to go to. So if you're a gringo, hell, and they told me that even Mexican retirees, and so you can imagine how cheap it is. They go to Yucatan because it's cheap. They go to Yucatan because the weather is warm and humid over there. I guess it is not too hot to go outside. It's not too hot to go outside. So that's why Ralph chose that place. The reason why Ralph chose that place is it's cheap, it's warm and humid, and you needn't worry like People's Popular Press. Maybe People's Popular Press, he should go down to Yucatan as well. He should retire at Yucatan as well. Kick the stupid gambling habit, start a new life in Mexico. Move next door with Ethan Ralph. People's Popular Press, you should really consider going down to Yucatan. That's where you belong. It's a very cheap place. It's for retirees. It's for Mexican retirees. Mexican retirees to retire in. That's where Ralph went to. You should go there too, if you don't want to stay cold. Now, let's see. No wonder he's losing his mind, trapped in a cement sweat box. Well, I wouldn't go that far. And let's be very fair. I wouldn't go that far. A cement sweat box is a bit too far because yes, it's a good place for retirees to go to. Okay, I'm going to skip this avowal, sort you this avowal. And let's see, let's go on. Let's go on to the very last page, the latest page on this thread. Alright, there we go. I'm not going to give you a Mexican lesson. I'm not going to tell you that SGOB is abbreviation for some sort of Mexican department, governmental department. I'm just going to zoom in onto his face. No. I'm going to just zoom into his face. And you look anyway, 37. Ralph, no, you look like a 67-year-old man about to die next year. Ralph, please walk 2 kilometers a day. I'm not even asking 2 miles. Just walk 2 kilometers a day. I'm very concerned for your health. Stop drinking. Well, I'm not sure whether he should stop drinking. Apparently, I believe he has drunk so much. That I think he'd die. He'd die if he went cold turkey. I think he'd die if he went cold turkey. But Ralph, what are you doing? You look so old. You look so goddamn old. Oh, Ralph. Wizard says, I'm trying as hard as I can, Ralph, but I can't look in 2 directions at once. So, hold on, let's see. That's from our friend Karanu. He's in chat right now. He said, I want you to look to my eyes, he says cross-eyed. It's as if he can't light a cigar without it exploding in his face every single time. Gunt's Law, Swell E, Coyote. And thank you, Talameter, for the dots. Thank you, Talameter, for the dots that our other friend, Harry Morris, has sent over. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go down. Matkin. Me too, he is weighing in on this. So let's see what he has to say. It's loading right now. Oh, Kiwi seems to have posted Rose Mexican immigration papers. Did this nigger seriously flee the United States because of the a-hogs? Who gets bullied out of the entire country? God damn. Oh, that's input from our friend Matica, who is still using that stinking Post platform. I have to say this again. Post has been relegated to a platform for pedophiles. It's a platform for stinking pedophiles. Don't use it. It's taken to a pedo hotbox. If you have a Post account right now, please get the hell away from it. And let's see, do I have any callers? Wait, hold on. Do I have any callers? Let's see. Oh dear, where's my window? Okay, no one's waiting Streamyard. Okay, so let's continue. Oh, but please call in. Please call. Harry wants on. Says Karanu. Harry wants on. Oh, that's adorable. Well, if he wants on, I'm a DM away. Ask Gordo666. Ask Gordo666 to just drop me a message. And, well, we might have him on the show. Mix a Mexico or shame the country instead and gave him. I think even Matica, he's very annoyed. He's very annoyed at the things said to Ethan Ralph. Well, he wanted Kino. I've heard rumors. I've heard Godwinson saying that he wants people to cover Ethan Ralph. He wanted his own personal couples to cover Ethan Ralph, and that so happened to be the people at Kino Casino. But for some reason, they decided it's way too difficult. It's just way too difficult to even start up a stream that's like this. It's very disappointing. Look, if I can do a stream, with only, let's say, 5 viewers. How many viewers are being right now? I think it's 5, and it's going down. Okay, let's see. How many viewers do we have right now? 7 viewers. Okay, 7 times more than I usually have, but whatever. If I have 7 concurrent viewers right now and I can still stream, I don't see why PPP, People's Popular Press, I don't see why I can't move down to Yucatan, Mexico, and start streaming from there. Kiranu, shout out to you, Kiranu. I'm reading a post right now. If Ralph really stays in Mexico or flees to another third world country, he's really doing this service to his baby daughter, aside from the obvious risk of getting killed or kidnapped. I've always imagined Ralph putting no effort into getting his child registered for school in America, waiting until the very last minute to sign it up when CPS comes knocking at his door. So does Ralph have any legal obligation to send Rosie to school in Mexico? I'm telling you, if third world countries, they don't do that. If Mexico is your typical third world country, then you can have children growing up not even learning a word of English or even Mexican. That's my guess. Spanish. They don't speak Mexican in Spanish. They speak Spanish in Mexico. Oh, sorry, I messed up. They don't speak Mexican in Mexico. They speak Spanish in Mexico. America first. America first. I want to latch on to Nick Faggot Fuentes. I want to latch on to his movement, so much so that I moved over to Mexico. Very beautiful optics. Just beautiful. I love it. And there are some poor fools who even think that Fuentes is someone serious. And I'm shocked that people think take what I say seriously, especially about Kanye West and Putin. Just utter madness. But there we go. These are the people in the America First movement. And since I'm not sure if Kanye West's presidential run is gaining steam. But if it gains steam, then chances are the press will hound over Fuentes and his associates. They'll go after Ralph as well. So might be beginning of the end. We might be seeing the beginning of the end. Yes, I'm not sure. Okay, I move on. Okay, let's see what do we have over here. Let me see. I remember when Ethan Ralph spoke at the Hispanic A-Log, calling him a spick and telling him to get off of America during his alt-right grift days. Rich of him now to migrate to Mexico to avoid legal trouble. Astounding! That's America First for you. The whitest wigger has now fled to Mexico. And PPP, but to be honest, People's Populist Press, if you are listening, People's Populist Press, you really need, please, you really need to go to Mexico, Yucatan right now. Go to Mexico, Yucatan. Go to Yucatan, the place where the dinosaur killing asteroid falls. And it's not because you want to see 2 people the size of dinosaurs getting killed. No, it's because it's somewhere warm, it's somewhere cheap. PPP, People's Populist Press, please move over to Mexico. It's for your own good. You have stacked up so much else that you have to move over to Mexico. Yucatan is a good place for gringos to tie in. It's even a good place for Mexicans to tie in. Okay, where we are right now. Where we are right now. That look, Beef Elemental, you're talking about Ralph's eye. I'm more concerned about Ralph looking like a 67-year-old. He looks like 67-year-old, and you mean to tell me that he's only 37? That's what I'm way more concerned about. I mean, it's better to lose an eye than your life. But that's just me. Maybe it's much better for Ralph to lose his life than an eye. Oh, it must be the alcohol. Sorry, water. Plain water. Oh. I'm burping right now. Okay, let's go on. Let's go on. Can't get any more American BBQ, you Mexican faggot. Beavis, that's Mel TTW. Well-known Kiwi Farms personality. Mel TTW says he won't be getting any more American BBQ. Still in America though. I mean, Mexico is part of the American continent. Beavis says development at Ralph's sweatshop apartment is in. What's that? Looks like a giant prison work camp. Now don't say that. Don't say that. People actually retire here. People actually retire there. Okay, well okay, let's continue. And this is really strange. It says that he looks like a pedophile. For me, no, Ralph just looks old. And people are talking about his bad eye. And what else? It looks like cocaine. Just sad. Okay, so this thread, I covered this thread already. Now let's move on to another thread. For how long have I been streaming? Let's see, 1 hour. I've been streaming for 1 hour. Okay, so let's read some super chats. Random live stream says Avon Shitdale is a nigger. Fully agreed, he's a stinking nigger. I am not sure whether he's a nigger. I was told he's a nigger, but whatever. Let's see what we have over here. Mr. Man, those real telemarketing hours. After the stream, CCA is going to stroll down the Ganges and take his morning dip. How do you know that I'm actually Indian? No, you better not dox me. I am actually Indian. Huh? Everyone should tell me I like to eat shit of him. But he says I'm Indian and he's trying to dox me. Karanu says, Ralph is mad when he does the pig sniffles. Random live stream says the kill truck. We call it the Gunt mobile. It's the Gunt mobile random live streams. And random live stream says Mr. Morris should get the truck towed and impounded, and Ralph would have to pay the bill to get his truck back. Now, if I were him, I would just rent another truck in Mexico. It's way more cheaper. My friend who cares says Epstein did nothing wrong. I remember one time this guy was like on the Discord, your auto mod is terrible. I've seen this one. I understand a Mexican, but I can't translate it. That's the person who refuses to call in, but try to translate whatever that is on Ralph's docs. I try my best, but this is not the Mexican lesson. Karanu says 13-year-old mind, 70-year-old body with a 1-year-old wiener. Karanu, yes, thank you for this comment. It's very, very useful. I think. I'll tell you what. I'm going to change this right now. Just give me a moment. Okay, 13-year-old mind, 73-year-old body, 1-year-old wiener. There we go. Oh, that's embarrassing. That's very embarrassing. Okay, there we go. Shout out Kiranu. It is so good. So good that I made it. That actually made it. I just made your comment. My stream caption. Okay, there, yes, I'm thought of going back to local cults. We'll try and cover as much as we can about the Ethan Oliver Ralph versus Harry Morris. We'll try and cover this thread. Let's see what we have over here. Oh, okay. So there we go. It's all very confusing. I think I'll just spend this half an hour telling you how things came to be the way they are. Okay, let's read. Avi Gusta says the Ralph Mail has taken a few W's against the Kino Casino. In fact, we're taking plenty of W's because idiots decided that no Ralph November is a wonderful idea. But now in destroying Ralph December, and no one destroys Ralph better than Ralph himself, this, I was told, was the origins of this kerfuffle, this dispute that we are having over here. So it's accusing Harry Morris. I have no idea why. I have no idea why he's quoting people. Look, if you want to quote people, at least introduce him to your audience. Yes, yes. Imagine if Ralph decided to tweet my name out, and I'm not a very famous person. You can look at the number of people viewing right now. I think it's 5. It might drop down to 1 very soon. But you can look at the number of people watching me right now. I'm practically nobody. But if Ralph decides to throw a temper and gives me attention, well, do better. Just do better than just writing down at HMO1166. You have to do better than that. Well, this is his potential father-in-law. He accused him of destroying the world title because I called his daughter out after some nasty personal things she said. And allegedly, the things she said is a lot of people in her family hates Ralph. That's it. That's it. Your in-laws will talk shit about you forever. They'll talk shit about you forever. I'll be reporting this man martyr to the Rochester police and pursuing a felony charge. And my Mexican friend, I'm not sure, isn't martyr. Martyr is mother in Spanish, isn't it? I'm not so sure. So you'll be reporting reporting the mother to the Rochester police. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. And I'm also not sure. I'm not sure whether he has a case. But then again, the Vickers went after Ethan Ralph because he stole his belongings. Ethan Ralph, for some reason, he kept, I think, shoes. I'm not sure whether he kept shoes. He kept dresses. He kept the diary. A lot of personal belongings from his former ex-girlfriend. And now he's accusing his in-laws of doing the same thing. Yes, everything Ethan Ralph says is projection. I mean, when you're that far down the gutter, I'm afraid everything he says is projection. And I have to say this: if Matthew Vickers reporting Ethan Ralph to the police for holding on to his daughter's items left at his house didn't result in him getting any charges, no charges at all, I don't think reporting this matter to the Rochester police would do any good. But I'm not so sure whether the New York State police is like the Virginia police. But I'm thinking no. I'm thinking no. Okay, what do we have here? Let's see. It appears, let's go on. It's Cole not a real man. The Cole merchant is more fortunate here. If he's take calls on the matter from me. Wise. I'll say wise. I would say it's wise. If you take a call from Ethan Ralph, I'm not sure we'll be able to show it. But if we take a call from Ethan Ralph, the chances are he'll go on a drunken rant. The voice message didn't even make sense to begin with. Ugh. I think it's much better if you ask me, it's much better if you go for that Christmas gathering. I'm pretending nothing had happened. But that's just me. I mean, you know where Harry Morris lives. Why not want to go there and talk things out with him instead of doing things through the phone? His daughter, Lady Morris, cheated on her Puerto Rican boyfriend most of the year with one of the co-workers. She's a bag after that. I fail to see how Harry or Lena have any room to say a thing about me, given their own personal disgraces. I mean, it's not as bad as trying to have a threesome with a pregnant teenager. It's not as bad as that. It's not as bad as calling your Killstream audience, the very few members of your Killstream audience, as a backup plans, just in case Nora wanted to divorce. Nora, your first wife, wants to divorce you. I mean, it's just terrible personal disgraces. I think anyone put next to Ethan Ralph, even myself, Anyone placed next to Ethan Ralph, they look like angels. They look like angels if you ask me. Everything they say is projection. Everything they say is projection. I'm going to leave out the real sick shit about Harry Morris out of respect for my wife. No, the fact that you're airing this out shows that you have no respect for her at all. I'm going to marry my daughter. I'm going to marry his daughter in Atlantic City. I'm going to marry her in Atlantic City. And I him minutes later, welcome. Now, what sort of wedding? What sort of wedding happens at the casino? The bowling alley wedding didn't go through because Dick Masterson wisely refused to be his best man. And what happened? If Ethan Ralph would have called in, maybe I will yell at him over and over again that Dick Masterson doesn't like you, Dick Masterson doesn't like you. The same way he yelled that Medica doesn't like you. And now from Kiwi Farms. But just imagine hosting a wedding. If you hold a wedding more often than not, you have to invite the in-laws. You really have to invite the in-laws for a wedding. Otherwise, it's not a wedding. I think it's kidnap. It looks more kidnap to me. Okay, what else? Hey Harry, what advice to give your wife when she... I'm going to leave out the sick shit. And then he proceeds to do that. It really makes me wonder. I mean, if Auntie May has any iota, if she has any iota of self-respect, no, I'm not going to marry a man who talks shit about my parents. I mean, about my parents, about my family, who did a lot to take care of my daughter. There's no way I'm going to do that. I mean, if she has any self-respect left. Or maybe she's in a hostage situation. I'm not so sure. But whatever. I mean, the Atlantic City wedding, the bowling alley wedding. So the Atlantic City wedding is going to be like bowling alley wedding. I don't think it will happen. There's so much time. I mean, from now to where? The next few months, I think a lot might happen. So I personally think the bowling alley wedding will be like secure server coming back online. It will be like the wet t-shirt contest. It's not going to happen. In fact, Ralphainmania might not even happen at all. This is Ralph. But this is just me. Well, let's continue. So speculation whether Harry Morris will meet up with Matt Vickers. Well, I've looked through Harry's Twitter. He uses Twitter to read up on the news, to follow the news. I mean, in the past, you refer to your newspapers, you refer to television for news, but Harry goes on Twitter to get his news instead. So that's his Twitter activity. I'm quite sure that Matt Vickers... No, I don't think Harry's on the phone with Matt Vickers. I think Matt Vickers is desperately trying to call Harry Morris. Now, as for whether anything will come out from it, yes, I am not sure, because from what I'm seeing from Harry's side, yes, he is losing his mind. He's losing his mind as well, like Matt Vickers. He's losing his mind as well. So I suppose in a fit of rage, he really might team up with Matt Vickers. Because that's my opinion. So what do we have here? What else do we have over here? I'm sorry, I'm going to... this beautiful dogs again. There we go. This is where he supposedly lives. And I kept on emphasizing. People say that it must be within the country. But look at the grass. I'm touching grass over here. The grass that's grown over here doesn't look in any way native to the US of A. Doesn't in any way look native to the US of A. Yeah, so people are saying that it looks like a prison complex. It looks like a failed housing development. Oh, that's poor thing. That's. But come on. Move to Yucatan. I'm encouraging people's form express. Move to Yucatan. It's warm. It's warm. And it's quite cheap. Now, what else do we have over here? What else we have here is post speculated that the user posted the docs is Alana Morris. Says I guy. So let's see what's written over here. Okay. So let's see. Oh, this is Alanis Morris plays as well. She's playing with one of the works cheating on her life 11 boyfriend. And her father's trying thousands of dollars over my property. I don't think thousands of dollars, whatever. I'm not sure about 3 Harris Technologies. Technologies Rochester and NY wants to be associated with that kind of criminal. L3 Technologies. I mean, well, what criminal? What criminal it is? Destroyed thousands of dollars of my property. It sounds like domestic dispute, if you ask me. But oh, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Do not harass everyone. Sometimes you really have to thank. Sometimes you have to thank May for being a very poor judge of character. You have to thank May for being a very poor judge of character. I mean, if you really respected Pence May, you could have kept your mouth shut. You could have kept your mouth shut and just let Pence May try to mediate things. But no, just no respect for your wife at all. Just zero respect for your daughter's mother. Very disgusting behavior. Well, let's move on. But come on, if Ralph wasn't disgusting to begin with, I wouldn't have a show. I wouldn't have. Wait, I want to see how many people are still watching. You poor things. You're listening to someone just reading the thumbs out loud. It says 5 concurrent views over here. I think it should be fewer. Or 7. 7 people are over here. Okay, time to read chat again. Okay, Kirano says, very humbling. Yes, I'm so glad. No, Kirano. Thank you. I just say thank you. You are a true supporter of the show. You have been given very, very quality content. And yes, the quality content I have over here is certainly what you gave just now. 13-year-old minds and 3-year-old body, 1-year-old wiener. That's very good. That's very good. And Gunt's law, in fact, again. Yes, Gunt is the king of projection. I've never seen anyone project, cope, and deny as much as him. LMAO, Ralph's impersonation. That's radically brief today. My wife. What if Ralph just gets served with legal papers if he does a Ralphainlaws in the US? That's all by Quran. And what I have to say about this matter is, yes, you're right. Matthew Vickers will come after him. Yes, his son or whoever will just come after him with legal papers, or you just pass it. Look, you have to understand, Ralph. I'm not sure if you understand this, but the people egging you on, the people who are egging you on right now, a lot of them are secret A-logs. People who just want to see you land in a lot of trouble. So same thing for the people who are signing up to your Ralphainlaws live event. I have no doubt that most of them are A-logs in disguise. And they might be those people who will serve you those papers. That's my prediction. Yes, Carano, you're right. Matthew Vickers will come after him. He'll come after him if he dares host anything over in the US of A. Which is why I think Ralphainlaws might really end up like the wet t-shirt contest, might end up like Killstream.tv. Scam. Just one huge scam. So Ralph will just take the money of the people who sign up for the event and just abscond with it. Typical Ralphainlaws behavior. And he should be lucky. He should be lucky that no one has came after him for fraud. Okay, Insanely Retarded says, if it were just Ralph talking shit back and forth, with Harry on Twitter, then it's fake and gay. But the sisters involved in the feud, yes, does really feel like it. The fact that Ethan Ralph loses his mind, the fact that he loses his mind over this issue, over an allegedly fake dogs. Well, it speaks volumes. It really speaks volumes. Okay, and one more chat. Who cares says we have a map of the piano. We have a map of the piano. Yes, who cares? What are you talking about? I'll just drop him a message. What are you talking about? Hold on. Someone might be calling in. Let me see. Okay. Oh, sorry. I was a bit distracted. I'm not sure what the piano is. I would like to ask him what it is exactly, but maybe another time. I'm a very, very dumb person. I still remember people talking about Ricata. Whatever happened to Ricata? And turns out I only knew it after the stream ended. So it's just sad. Sometimes it just feels sad. But there we go. I don't think I can cover it in depth. We went to a lot of speculation about Ralph's affairs. How did this thing develop? And I would like to say it's just very, very bad optics. Just total disrespect for Panson May. If she has any dignity, sense of dignity left, she couldn't have left this lying around. You couldn't have left this lying around. Okay, Carano says even Ralph's dumb bowling event have had like 5 or so A-logs out of like 30 people there in general. And the remaining 25 might be even fake A-logs to begin with. Okay, and hold on. I'm not sure there's one part. Even more doxes. He's posting random pictures of dogs apparently, but whatever. Oh, this channel. I have to say this. I am streaming about Ralph now. I'm sorry, people are messaging me. People are messaging me. What can you do? Okay, what I'm saying. As I was saying that, yes, Amanda Morris, you better have some sort of tell him to stop. You better tell him to stop. And if he doesn't stop, I suggest to call off the wedding. Right? You cannot have a wedding without the in-laws. You just don't do that. Okay, hold on. And this, I think Luke Gamma doesn't. If you can read whatever's been written over here, I don't think he understands. I don't think he is. He's a follower of Ethan Ralph. But yes, he's right. He pontificates, he presents himself as some sort of paragon of virtue, but he does engages in that sort of behavior. And the projection that he's doing over here, it's really immense. I myself can't believe it. And let me see, I'm not sure whether he has more doxes. I'm looking for a post over here. Oh, never mind. I cannot find a post, but allegedly, Ralph had some sense just now. He had some sense to apologize to Alina, but something made him lose his mind. Maybe the accusation, maybe unfounded accusation that Harry and her daughter decided to throw all of his things out. Yes, I'm not sure. I think they look at Ralph's belongings and thought it must be rubbish that he doesn't want. Just small misunderstanding. Just a small misunderstanding. But Ralph, in true Ralph and Mel style, just has to blow it out of proportion. And it's really funny. The reason why I find it funny is because, well, it could be one thing. It's just another internet personality. But this is your father-in-law, goddammit. This is your sister-in-law. Damn. Okay. So what? Are we on? Are we back on? Are we back on? Yes, okay. OBS disconnected. Try hard. Oh, Ralph, you almost did it. Try harder next time. Now just imagine that covering his dog was the thing that almost get this stream struck down. I'm going to say what I can say before you finally strike it down. You left your dog and killed left your dog in Mexico while you're holidaying in Cuba. Disgusting. You don't do that. You kill your dog and eat it before going to Cuba. Disgusting behavior. I'm ashamed of you. Ashamed of you, Ethan Ralph. Leaving your dog back at home instead of eating it. You are very disgusting excuse of a human being. I got spit on my keyboard. It just makes me angry. It just makes me angry. Why bother leaving your dog in Mexico to die when you can actually eat, when you have eaten him? You should have eaten him. Disgusting. Disgusting behavior. This is something that I expect from Ralph. I'm so very angry. Yeah, let's see if the try the things that I want. Harry moved the pin tweet of May, trying her hardest to look sexy with a wrestling bout and promoting Gunt Mania. You have a support. This is very sad behavior. This is very sad behavior, if you ask me. Harry Morris used to be so supportive. Of Ethan Ralph, and this bridge shouldn't be bent. If you ask me, it's most likely a misunderstanding. He thinks that things over there are just trash, And how am I supposed to know it costed them a few $1,000s? But there we go. And I would like to, and Ben Lut Murder is one of our supporters. Ben Lut Murder says, pigs can't fly, but they sure as hell can run to Mexico. Sums up everything, doesn't it? Sums up everything. Okay, I'm about to reach the 1.5 hour mark. I'll just, what I'll do right now, please go on to Kiwi Farms. There's much more content over here. We already managed to have, let's say, 1.5 hour show just by covering content over there. Very interesting website. It's a gossip website. I would encourage you to look up things over there. Because never mind that I just doxed a lot of people just for streaming this. Okay, so where are we? Okay, let's see if there's anything more. I understand this is the Gunt News Network, and I'm supposed to cover stuff from my boss Kino Shape. Okay, so let's go. Let's cover this. You see, they're already on him. Ethan Ralph asked me to comment by a journalist about his involvement with Nick Fuentes, and also about him being a convicted sex offender and rapist. Well, bound to happen. Very plausible allegations. He did manage to. Well, no, you're reading Gunt News Network. Sometimes I wish Chino Shay could just come on, start stream, let no BS. Don't let people like me take away the GNN brand. But there we are. And he replied by saying, even if he raped Alice, I wouldn't care. Even if I raped Alice, I wouldn't care. She deserved it. So there we go. Well, very bizarre behavior. So what do we have here? Okay. Let's start from here. I'll spend the last 10 minutes just reading out from my boss. So my boss said, okay, Ethan Ralph is marrying his horse that we plan to marry. I think we covered that already. Okay, let's see. Beautiful. We also covered that already. Okay, but if there's really anything that you don't understand from this entire debacle, there's anything you don't understand from this debacle. This is the Ralph O'Meal cycle. Look at him eating shit as he cheats on his current girlfriend, impregnates new girlfriend, became blood feud with the father, promised to marry said girlfriend and failed to deliver. And I suppose we are all at the stage right now. I wonder what would be the final straw for Amanda Handsome to say no. Just to say no. We covered that already. We also covered that already. So allegedly this thing got busted up. They said it's worth a few $1,000s. I'm really doubtful of this. I have no idea what that means. Ethan Roberts says, what advice do you give your wife when she banged another dude? And Michael Cisco says I gave him a chance the nice way. Gave him a chance to whom exactly? I'm not exactly sure. Gave who a chance? Robert Chance or our friend Morris, Harry Morris? Because let's see this.
Anyway, he said continued harassment of Alana. By the way, this is the bitch who told me to come up to Rochester and fight her in the fucking street. And I'm not kidding.
Do it!
She told me to come to Rochester and fight her in the street.
Do it! Do it, man!
I was being harassed. So he said, continue harassment of Alana will have consequences, whatever. I've already lost the hat and I've already lost the belt.
But let's be fair, as I've said earlier, in all honesty, just shut up. Head over to New York for the Christmas gathering. Just do it. It's all a big misunderstanding. But wait, I don't have the Ralph brain. I'm not the Ralph male. I don't have the Ralph brain. But I know you should go to New York, if you ask me. Or advice from the CAC loafer, head over to New York. Okay, what else? The Friday is on wedding on Friday 13th. It's not happening, isn't it? Now just imagine having your wedding on an inauspicious day. Imagine having a wedding without the in-laws watching on, or the in-laws giving a blessing. How's that for winning? How's that for winning? Boss a place some work, instruct this audience, try to get it fired. I think my boss has done a very, if you do not understand anything from the stream at all, my boss has done a very wonderful job collating everything onto this very nice feed we have over here. Very beautiful stuff. So please scroll down to the bottom. I'm not sure if you can see it. Just please scroll down to the bottom of the if you're watching YouTube, scroll down. Please subscribe to Kino Shay's Telegram. He'll cover that as well. More slap fighting with Harry Morris. He really reminds me of Vanity Vickers at this point. Railroad snap during Carling invited him slapped in my basement from recent move and slapped on this childhood memento. The one my wonderful mom saved for me. I guess it wasn't much of a memory all those years I lived with her. Wait, I move out of graduation day, so this is a reference. I think this is a reference. This is a reference to Ralph staying with his mother even after he supposedly graduated. He didn't graduate though. Ralph didn't graduate. It's technically a dropout because he refused to pay his school fees. But that said, I really think it's a misunderstanding. It's because of this tweet that I think that it is a misunderstanding. That Harry thought that Ralph didn't have these things anymore and threw them away to Ralph's chagrin, and he lost his mind. No, if you try to be apologetic, it'd be much better. Okay, there we go. This is hot stuff. This is what I'm looking for. Okay, so this is conversation that our friend Harry leaked. This is Pansame, Amanda Morris is Pansame. So what's happening? I suppose he received notification that Ralph is going after his other daughter, and said, Ralph, he wants to talk to you. He's drunk. That's not a good idea. He's harassing Alana again. Stay silent if you want, but there are repercussions of this. You're not in control of what he does, says Amanda May. I have to tell the horse. Yes, you can't control what he does, but you can control what you do. I suggest it's time to bail out. If he treats your family, he can treat anyone. Treat your friends like shit. Treat your associates like shit. But if he treats your family, I think that's a family that took good care of you. I think it's time to draw the red line. Either tell Ralph, if you can't control Ralph, I think you should control yourself. You should do a better job controlling yourself and just leave him. There's no way you're going to have that wedding if he dunks. There's no way you're going to have that wedding if he dunks on your in-laws. I don't see that happening. Let's just don't see that happening. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, let's read. Let's read this out. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. Rochester, their main shit. Just a disclaimer. He is from West Memphis, Arkansas. Pick up the phone, pussy bitch. You're now and then about this slutty pussy. You can't fool me. Also, stay mad, homie. Not shit, we got to talk over the phone. Pull up if you're so tough and mad. And I agree. Just head back to New York. Have that family reunion. Have that Christmas reunion. Shut up on everything. And things will. It's just a huge misunderstanding. I've been repeating this the 10,000 times. Why am I doing this? I'm going to do my rough impression. I'll be in Rochester January 10th. You and your fat sprinkling deal shit. Suck my schlong for absolutely pathetic. I noticed in Hampshire, I used to say to me, I cried to your sister, she doesn't even like you. But how the fat sprinkling ain't doing shit. Darling Sky, bitch, I'm an internet celebrity. Fly to Mexico to escape the islands. Do I look scared to you? Yeah, fine, you fine, I look scared. Sure, sorry, this isn't danger, bro. I don't play this shit. I have a good evening. And then what happened? Oh wait, let me check the time. This was sent on Thursday. So Thursday is, hold on. Thursday is the 15th of December. The following day is, I shouldn't have worded my responses like that. Today I was quite upset. I did think your statement was very helpful, considering I've always been nice to family. I don't see a reason why they hate me. I understand my job puts you in crosses sometimes, but that's not my deal. It's a private statement you made. My apologies and well and continue a bit. That's not a problem. That's what you should have done, bro. That's what you should have done. And then head to Rochester and apologize to your wife's family. What are you doing? Why are you behaving like this? and now it's gone out of control. It's gone out of control. Bro, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for delivering the content. Oh my god, local cops just came in and once they uttered the name of a specific foreign country, I felt bad. They had to step over my broken bowl, still on the porch. God's my witness. They were there, they were like, what's here is Harry. Harry, what are you talking about? Can someone translate this for me? But either way, Harry is alluding to him being swatted, having a police visit. So I suppose that was what Ralph is referring to, getting the authorities to come after him. I'm not sure. Harry is Ralph's mouse.
We gotta talk about this crazy. I guess he's gonna. Is he gonna? What's he gonna take out my mother's ashes and piss on them next? Like, this guy's actually just fucking crazy, really.
He hates his mother so much. I'm believing stories about him just abandoning his mother to die. And even after death, he abandoned his mother with his father-in-law. Okay, so we're gonna make sure Sandra rests in peace like the deserve after Ralph baby. Okay, so what's Harry have to say? Honestly, when I packed all the chaos they left behind my fam and into new nicely sorted storage tubs, I have no idea what that was amongst the manifests. It's a bit creepy that I here. Happy to unload that someday. And after the events next month though, no trespassing. Yeah, see, well, he's in contact with my boss, so that's that. And maybe he'll call in the show. I'm not so sure, but there we go. the GNN is going places. The Gunt News Network is going places. Oh boy. So is he going to meet up my boss? I'm not so sure. I'm really not so sure. Well, there we go. The latest drop. The latest scoop. Ralph hates his mother so much. He hates his mother so much. They decided to leave. He decided to leave his mother's ashes with a stranger, with his potential father-in-law. Imagine calling your father-in-law a spick. If you call your father-in-law a spick, this means that your wife is also a spick. Ralph, what are you doing? Why are you disrespecting your why are you disrespecting your parents? Why are you dissing everyone's closest to you? From your mother to your in-laws. Why do you admit that your ashes? Why do you bring your mother's ashes with you? Well, I just have to say this. Might be. I believe someone might flag this thing down. I've Indians after me. I might have Ralph after me. But it was a very interesting stream. I'm really glad that I actually made that stream. But before I leave, just one thing I would like to do. Let me see if I can pull up the live stream. Hold on. Okay, Gunt News Network. Does it show up on the... I would like to read chat folder, so just one moment. Gunt News Network, as you can see, I'm so happy. It shows on Google. I'm so happy that we are making headway. So what do we have? What do you have here? Is anyone calling in? I don't think anyone's calling in. It shows up Google. I'm so happy. Okay, wait, one moment. Okay, one moment. I have to. Is anyone calling in on Streamyard? No one. Okay, that's good. Sort of. I'm going to read chat. So yes, hello. Say hello to everyone. Say hello to chat. Let's see. So, what do we have over here? If Ralph, the GNN logo, that GNN logo is great, says Karanu. If Ralph ever went to Rochester, he could squeal outside 7-Eleven until police are called. Poor thing. This is subtly a reference to Elijah Schaffner, I believe, the disgraced former host Elijah Schaffner, who decided who he fell with. So that was Ethan Ralph yelling outside the headquarters of his former associate's office. So who cares? Started streaming 8 to 9 minutes ago. Pape tired. Yes, it's almost an hour and a half. We might wrap it up soon. So Carano says, I've still got a nice bitch. LMAO. As long as the pig rages, GNN will live on. And these are very kind. These are the words that we... One moment. These are the words to live by. These are the words to finally end that show. And I suppose all of you have seen a little bit of my whatever. There's no GNN without Ralph. There's no GNN without Gunt. What a nice way to end the day. And so yeah, since no one is calling, I'm going to call it a day. So thank you so much for sticking around for the past 90 minutes. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. I hope that I made you sleep. It's quite late right now. And with that, well, black, yellow, and flash. There we go. I'm going to end it right now. Goodbye. Oh dear, what a... I'm going to end right now. Goodbye, all.
Memphis, Tennessee, straight up this bitch.
Thank you to all.
The Gunt. Big ups to MC Jarbo.
Yes, I hope you had a very wonderful...
Wait a minute, Matt.